Good morning, everyone. This is Judy, Coffee with Judy. I'm excited to talk to everyone. I'm excited to listen and read all of your opinions. So make sure that this podcast you share, and also send me texts. Give me comments on what you think about what we're going to talk about today. I've been struggling for 2 weeks to do this podcast. I know that God put this in my heart, and I've been struggling because I don't want to use my podcast to have arguments with anyone, because I respect everyone's opinion. I respect everyone's feelings. So I'm a person, I don't like controversy, but I have to speak my truth as well as you have to speak your truth. So we're just going to, from the beginning, just agree to maybe disagree. Okay? So with that being said, I'm ready for my café con leche. So I'm excited about that. It's brewing now as we're making this podcast. So giving you guys some time to brew your coffee, get it ready, because we really have some serious conversations coming up. One of the things that has been making my feelings feel like yo-yo. One day I feel a certain way, and another day I see another way. And I was asking God, I said, why am I going through this yo-yo merry-go-round with my feelings? And I realized this is very important, what I'm going to tell you. What we're reading, what we're seeing in the media, we have to be very, very careful. It's not always 100%. I'm sorry, it's not. It's sensationalism. It's all about selling newspapers, selling news. It's business. The truth, it's business. So that can be very confusing, as well as we know what's happening out there. But this hasn't been happening just now. This has been happening for decades and decades and decades. So let me start at the beginning of my thoughts. When I was listening to people saying, let's shut down the police department, let's not have them, let's get them out of the way, and police brutality, and all the stuff that they're doing to the people. And then I said to myself, we're doing the same thing that we're complaining about. We're complaining about that minorities, blacks, Hispanics, Asians are being abused, according to some people, from the white man. But now we're going to abuse every officer that has a uniform, when we know that every officer does not think the same way. We have real good officers out there. People that care of all different places, whites, blacks, blues, and purples. It doesn't matter. They're good officers out there. And yes, we have officers that are not good. Just like in the military, we have good soldiers. We have real good soldiers. I have military men in my family. I have a military friend. They're good men. But unfortunately, we don't have all good military men and women in the forces. That's reality. We have good black people. And unfortunately, we don't have all good black people. We got good Hispanic people. And unfortunately, we don't have good Hispanic people. We have Caucasian people that are very good people and decent. And we have some that are not. When is the war going to end? It's so easy to blame one person. But when do we take our own responsibility? Look, I'm not going to tell you and lie to you and tell you that black men are not being abused. My children have several races mixed up in them. I have one that is half Bahamian. My other two are Indian, and we were Puerto Rican, and we got black, and we got white, and we got German, we got Spain. We got all mixtures, but that's what Jesus' children are. It happened to be that God allowed Jesus to be born where he was born. But it doesn't mean that the color of his skin mattered. And it just mind-blowing to me where people get fixated on the color of the skin, where they have pictures of Jesus that is white with blue eyes. It clearly says in the Bible that his hair was like wool. But I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't care if the color of his skin was white or black or caramel or pink. Jesus is Jesus. He is the King of all kings. He is our Savior. Without him, we're nobody. Why don't we fixate on that and stop worrying about what color of skin he had? Because at the end of the day, when they cut your skin, we all have red blood. Did anybody notice that? We have red blood. Look, this thing about the Democrats and the Republicans, I am so sick of it. I'm sick of it. Because families are being destroyed because of politics. Families are being destroyed because they don't respect each other's ideas. Families are being destroyed because they're listening to man, but they're not listening to God. Listen, at the end of the day, whoever comes out president is because God wanted him there for a purpose. And he might be the wrong one. But he's not the one leading your country. It's Jesus. The problem is that we started once again to forget who's really leading this country. To forget that the flowers doesn't move without Jesus' permission. We have forgotten who we are. And we put all this trust on man to the point that we're fighting with our families. Arguments at the dinner table about politics is appalling to me. Because I don't want to sit at the dinner table and talk about politics. I want to sit at the dinner table and talk about how was your day? How are you feeling? What are your goals in life? How's your relationship with God? How's your relationship with your friends and family? What is your idea about what we're going to do in the garden? What is your idea of what we're going to do on vacation? You know what? You're sad? I'm here for you. You're happy? I'm here for you. That's what I want to talk about. Because at the end of the day, the Republicans or Democrats are not going to knock on my door when I have no food to put on the table. They will not knock on my door, believe me, to come put food on my table. What we need to do is say, God, put who needs to be in the front of this and guide that person. Guide that person to lead this country. Because I want you to know, people, while you're sitting worried about if your neighbor is black or white, life is still moving on and you're missing out. I have every color in the color scheme in my family. And when I look at them, I don't say, oh, there goes my Philippine cousin, or there goes my Haitian cousin, or there goes my Jamaican cousin. Oh, wow, there goes my Hawaiian cousin, or my Puerto Rican cousin, or my Polish cousin, or my Indian cousin. You know what I say? Oh, there goes my cousin. Why can't we do that? You know, I have friends, they'll tell me, well, you know what? I went to the grocery store and this white woman was looking at me. And she was looking at me, and I know she was looking at my hair and she was looking at my clothes. So what? She's probably in her mind saying, I would love to have had that wavy hair. Man, that girl looked good in jeans. And if that's not what her thought was, it's okay as long as you know you look good. As long as you know you're Jesus' child. Listen, I had an experience the other day that I pulled over my car and I just wanted to cry. But I said, I'm not going to let this affect me. I did my nails. I was coming out the nail salon. And I was passing by a grocery store to get out of the parking lot where I was at. And I'm on my peripheral vision, looking to my left. I see an older white gentleman running to cross over to the other side. So I said, let me slow down. I was going about 15, 16 miles because, I'm in a parking lot of a grocery store. And so I was going slow. But I slowed down even more because I wasn't sure if he was going to cross over or not. He put his hands on his head, and I'm assuming he forgot something in the car. So I continued to go. He did a U-turn, like it was so fast. He did a U-turn. He decided, let me not go back, and ran right towards my car. But thank God he didn't run in front of my car. But he ran to where he hit with his hand the back of my car. So for a second, I thought my car hit him. Because I felt if you're in back of me, that means you're trying to rush traffic and I'm not seeing you. So you hit my car. I didn't hit you. If I would have hit him in the front, I thought I hit him, right? But I stopped to make sure that he was okay. And right when I'm ready to ask him, you okay? He called me every name in the book and hit with his hand my car and told me how stupid I was. And then he said other foul language. And I looked at him. And I realized he was Spanish. White Spanish man. And I looked at him and I thought about my father, because my father is a white Spanish man with with green eyes. And I'm like, this man is old enough to be my father. And I said to him in Spanish, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's what came to my mind. Because I couldn't understand the foul language this man had towards me because of the color of my skin. Because I'm not white with green eyes. But what I couldn't understand is assuming that he thought I wasn't Spanish. But it didn't matter if I was or wasn't. It didn't matter if I was darker or lighter. It didn't matter if I was a woman or a man. The fact is, you were wrong. You ran in the middle of traffic. You hit my car and you get angry at me. And this is what you see every day. Am I going to go out there and stoop to his level and call him all kind of names because he's a white Spanish man? All I saw was this man is old enough to be my father. And I can't believe that he would stoop that low. He could have been black as night, white as snow. He could have been anybody. I was just upset that he was an older gentleman and he was disrespecting me when I did no harm to him. And you see this every day. And then you look at the news and you see these children with picket signs, hate the cops and hate the white people. And the parents are telling them that's okay. And then you turn around and you see little white kids saying, I hate these blank, 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 blank. Because I'm not even going to justify to say the words that people are saying. At the end of the day, people, wake up and smell the coffee here. It don't matter if you're black, brown, red, purple, or blue, or white. You are God's child. Period. Yes, I'm not going to be ignorant and ignore that discrimination exists. Yes, it does. But it doesn't exist only between the blacks and the whites. With our own Hispanic people. I hate when somebody says to me, where are you from? And I'll say Puerto Rican. Oh, I thought you were Dominican, or I thought you were Honduran, or I thought you were this, or Brazilian, or I thought you were that. Oh, well, you're Puerto Rican. Okay, so you're American too. And I said, no, I'm not American because I'm Puerto Rican. I was born and raised in America. I'm American. And I could have been born anywhere. I'm still a human being. And then they start the discrimination immediately. When they thought I was from somewhere else, but now that they know where I'm from, now they treat me different. And when you see a Colombian, in Colombia, they have whites, they have a little caramel color, and they have blacks Colombians as well. When you go to Honduras, you have white, you have caramel, and you have black as well. The same in Puerto Rico, and the same everywhere else. And I'm going to talk about Hispanics right now. At the end of the day, you are still God's children. And you know what's so sad? We sit up there and get in the pulpit and we preach the word of God, but we don't love each other. You sit up there and go, I am from Puerto Rico and I will only marry a Puerto Rican because I want to stay within my own kind. Let me tell you something. Hello. Puerto Ricans are not only Puerto Ricans. We're all mixed. We got Africans, we got Spain, we got Thai and Indians, and we got a whole bunch of other stuff. My family, oh my God, I come to find out after so many years, my grandfather's from the Middle East. I have no idea from where, but guess what? It doesn't matter. He's still my grandfather. We're so hooked on this officiation, but we're not looking at who we really are. You know, when Jesus looks at you, he does not see the color. I dare say that God is colorblind. Because when he sees you, he does not measure you from the color of your skin. He measures you, are you doing right by others? What are you doing to contribute to humanity, to make it right? Are you being good to your neighbors? Are you being good to your family? Are you being good to yourself? You know, I used to joke around because my father has green eyes and I have dark eyes. They're almost black. And my mother's eyes are brown. They have a little light, almost hazel. But if you look at it from afar, you think they're really brown. But if you look at them close up, they're like a dark hazel. And I used to always say, man, if I had my dad's eyes with the color of my skin, oh boy. And as I got older, I realized, you know what? Jesus made me exactly who I'm supposed to be. Dark eyes, dark hair, darker skin than my dad. I'm short. I'm a bundle of beauty because God created me that way. Listen to what I said. I am a bundle of beauty because God created me that way. Do you know who you are? I'd rather you not like me because you think that, oh, she's crazy, she thinks she's gorgeous, than to like me because maybe I was 5'10", slender, long hair, looked a certain way, and that's your idea of beauty. But my God, I don't know about your God, but my God tells me I'm beautiful. My God tells me I created you exactly how I wanted you to be. Because you have a purpose. And you're my princess. And your beauty comes within. Because let me tell you something, people. In case you don't know and no one told you, they didn't give you the memo, they forgot to send you the email, we're all going to get older. We're all going to have wrinkles and we're all going to shrink. Hello, that's reality of life. Does that make you different? No. It just makes you a human being, that we will be on earth to a certain amount of time. But we're still going to be that good person, that person that serves the Lord, that person that helps other people, that have a compassionate heart. Do I expect everybody to be perfect? No, because I'm definitely far away from perfect. But I'm trying to get to the perfection of what God expects of me. And that's the way we have to live. And all of this fighting against each other is so sad. Because if you right now put 20 kids in a home from different parts of the world, not even your neighborhood, from different parts of the world, they will feed each other. They will take care of each other. They would play. They will hug each other. And they would admire their differences of what they see on the outside, but they will not be focusing on that. They will be focusing on, is my little friend Johnny good? Is my friend Sheila nice? That's what they would be doing. The reason why we have kids today that are so racist and going through these emotions of judging people by their color is because the parents are teaching them that. And you can get mad at me and you can get upset with me, but it's reality. I'm 57 years old. I know what I see. I know what I hear. Yes, I've been a victim of racism, but I stand up and I say it does not matter. I am who I am. And you can't bring me down. And guess what, people? It wasn't from a white person. It was from a Hispanic person. And that person made me feel so beneath my feet because of the color of my skin. But I thank Jesus that he loves me so much that he let me know how beautiful I really am. So now I stand tall at 4'11" in my emotions and who I believe who I am. And I know my truth. Ask yourself, what's your truth? Yes, we live in a world that has laws that we don't like, but we have to obey them. We live in a world, there's certain circumstances of this world we don't like. But we gotta march right through it and respect everybody's opinion. Everybody that's been marching or protesting are not bad. What happens is you got bad people jumping into the crowd to do what they normally do. Steal and rob. It's not the protest people that really believe what they're doing. It's the ones that have nothing better to do and take advantage of this situation. And you know what? This doesn't only happen with the blacks and the whites. This happens all over the world. All over the world. If you look at the reports in every other country, unfortunately, this happens. People want to protest about something that is solid, that is real to them, and all the bad come out of the woodworks and destroy what they're trying to do. You know what? Instead of being a part of that, why don't you start using the power that God gave you, your tongue, and proclaim peace. Proclaim peace. And I'm not telling you not to protest. I'm not telling you not to get into politics. I respect everybody that wants to do what they feel is right. But make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Don't give me this excuse about, oh, they hate all blacks. Oh, they hate all whites. Oh, they hate all Spanish. What do you feel? What do you truly feel? That's what's important. And recognize who you are in God's eyes. That's even more important. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Okay? So, boy, I can smell the coffee in the house. So I'm going to get to my coffee. Take care. Give me a comment. It's okay. If it's positive or negative, it's your feelings and I'm going to respect that. But if you're going to waste time and attacking me, don't do it. Just go ahead and give me your comment and I'm going to respect that. Take care. I will see you guys soon. God bless.